Hey everybody, this is Adam Broad of Liberationis Reipublicae coming to you from the Voluntary Virtues Network here in the office in Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Really don't know how to start this one. Kind of unprepared this week. I've got 30 minutes of content to fill. I kind of procrastinated last night. Could have done some recording, could have made things maybe a little bit of a themed show, but that's not really what I was thinking this week. One, because I was lazy, procrastinating, played Minecraft for way too damn long. But, oh well, it is what it is. That's what having a lot of work will make you do. But I digress. So, I spent a little bit of time this week working on lower thirds, and I was figuring out how to do really cool stuff for my future edited videos. So, you guys are used to seeing this, or a variation of it on the other edited videos where it's got my stupid face right over here. That's what you're used to seeing. Well, that's not a thing anymore. So let's give you my new one. Oh, god damn it. Oh, there we go. Boom. Yeah, check that shit out. Looks great. I've got my Facebook logo over here for my Liberationis Reipublicae show. Everything looks great. It's a nice blue color, which is something that makes me happy. So this is my lower third that I'm going to be using from now until the end of time, unless I find something better, or you guys can design something even more awesome. So if you guys have any design ideas, or have a lower third, or even a sidebar here or over here, or maybe something that I could run along the top, anything like that, if you have any ideas whatsoever, feel free to send them my way. So this is kind of really cool. I mean, I spent hours and hours trying to figure out the best way to get this going, and found a wonderful site. It's called hangoutmagics.com. I think that's what it was. Let me double check that. Was hangoutmagics.com. That's hangoutmagix.com. And it gives you the opportunity to customize, well, with very limited options right now, your own lower third, your own call to action, stuff like that. Really helpful. As you know, I am a huge fan of free options that you can customize and make freely available for yourself. That's always a lot of fun. I also recently downloaded the program OBS, which is a screen capture game recording program. This was given to me as an option by Varys from libertariangaming.org. So pretty soon, you'll see some Let's Plays and some video game reviews from me on libertariangaming.org. Being that I am a site admin, I'm a Facebook admin, and I am a Minecraft admin over there. So please check that out. I've also got my own Realm server. So message me privately with your Minecraft name, and if you want to join and play, if you want to hang out, it's a little bit more of a creative option as opposed to Libertarian Gaming server, which is just straight survival. So please consider checking that out. So let's take a look at what the future is going to hold for me, this show, the Voluntary Virtues Network, libertariangaming.org, importantly, and just general things moving forward. Number one, I don't know how many of you know, but I am an overnight worker for the most part at my hotel. I do overnight shifts on Saturday nights, Sunday nights, and Monday nights. Now, you guys are probably thinking, Adam, we don't give a shit what your job is. I mean, even if we do, we don't care what shifts you work. But you should. And this is why. The reason why you see a lot of these shows that are come up with either great ideas or poor ideas, or you see me sleeping entirely too long, or in the case of a couple of weeks ago where I just didn't get shit uploaded in time and I was just complete procrastinating bullshit, I am now no longer going to be working the overnight shift effective January-ish. Maybe late December, but January-ish, because I've got a new guy that I'm training. So, I can go back to day shifts. One where I can do more good for the hotel than just stuck behind the desk for several hours while I get to see nobody. Because if you work in the hotel industry and you have the responsibilities that I have in my hotel, you kind of need to see people to be able to do your job. And this is going to allow me to do that. So, big ups for me. So if you guys have any thoughts on that, thanks for the well wishes, hopefully, here moving forward. Because one, this will mean that I'll be able to have more consistent content and that I should be able to bring more guests in because I don't have to worry about sleeping through a day. I don't have to worry about how I'm going to end up working things out around a retarded schedule where I'm losing sleep and gaining sleep and all kinds of stupid things. So that's going to be a fun thing here. Secondly, because I'm an admin over at libertariangaming.org and because I'm starting to get more and more involved over there, I'm going to be doing a show over there with Chuck the Liberty Geek. We're going to be doing either some kind of show similar to Linus Tech Tips WAN show, if you guys are familiar with that channel, or even something just like a Rooster Teeth podcast type thing. We're going to bullshit. We're going to talk government like we always do. We're going to talk gaming like he always does on his channel. We're just going to add our own flair to it, whether it's going to be something as awesome as the Voluntary Virtues Network or it just kind of stays small and never goes anywhere. We'll see. But I think with this rise in people wanting to see how games work with libertarianism, or how libertarianism in general feels about this, that, or the other thing in the gaming and tech community, I think is a great step forward. Yes, we could talk about Bitcoin all day, and that's great. But what about, a video game? What about a movie? What about a music star? Yes, a lot of these people, this is, gossip tabloid type stuff, and it's stuff that, for the most part, a lot of people aren't going to worry about. But when we don't worry about our entertainment industry, and we try to focus too much on the serious economics and focus too much on how we can fix the police, or how a free market would deal with police brutality or things like that, you got to have some fun. I mean, there's no reason in being such a stickler on, never playing a video game, never watching television, never seeing a movie, never reading books or listening to music for fun. I don't want to see people become just completely stuck in a rut and not knowing how to have a little bit of fun. That said, you can look forward sometime. But the way things are going and how I'm trying to get my program tweaked, we're going to be looking probably middle of January for my first Let's Play. It's going to be a game called This War of Mine. Now, for those of you who don't know, this game, This War of Mine, is put together by 11-Bit Studios, I believe. Let me double check that just to be sure. But this is a game studio who's put out several other great games. This game in particular is very anti-war in nature, because this gives you how it's a war survival game that basically sets you up as a survivor in a war type scenario. So just think the poor people who are stuck over in the Middle East, and they're getting bombed and attacked all over the place, and they're getting their shit raided all the time because God forbid they actually go about and have some peace over there. So these people at 11-Bit Studios are known for Anomaly, Wars on Earth, Funky Smuggler, Sleepwalker's Journey, Anomaly Korea, Anomaly 2, Anomaly Defenders. But most importantly, This War of Mine. This is anti-war at its core. This is such a dark game, such a depressing game, that a lot of people don't even bother finishing it. I mean, I'm having trouble getting through the end of the game because I just can't survive that long. I've got people in this game. It's a point-and-click type adventure. You got to make people survive. And the way you make them survive is you go out scavenge for food, medical supplies. You board up and protect your stuff, or you move to a safer location. You've got to keep the morale high by finding little ways of entertainment for them or of keeping people safe. If you kill somebody just to get something that you need, which one is against non-aggression principles, so I've tried to play through where I don't kill anybody for my own needs unless they're attacking me. But if you kill somebody for any reason, justified or not, that takes a toll on their mind. That lowers their morale. People actually commit suicide in the game based on the actions that they've taken previously. And it's just so depressing and so dark. It's got this really cool kind of pencil-shaded style, and there's almost no color to it. It's mostly black and white, which becomes kind of an irritant to me because I really would have thought that you could have gotten some color, even if it's a little bit more washed out. But that's just a more personal style choice that I would have rather run with than not. So it's really, really cool that you get to see an anti-war game, and it actually supports a charity called War Child, where basically they send funds and aid to various, obviously, children in war-type scenarios who are stuck out, with their parents getting murdered, or, their brothers and sisters are having to take care of them, or maybe they've been taken captive by some kind of military force, and this helps them out. So please check out the game. It is on Steam, and you can download it through another website. I would just play it on Steam. I mean, Steam is the top platform right now for gaming, in my opinion. Mine is the Minecraft launcher. Yeah, Minecraft launcher is garbage. But anyway, so that's something fun to keep in mind. Now, how you can have fun with such a depressing game, I have no clue. And I mean, you get a little bit of entertainment value because you're trying to survive, and it's just fun connecting with those kind of stories. But damn it if you don't get really, really sad and really, really depressed. And it's if you're the type that really gets overly emotional with any sort of media, I would stay away from this game. If you think that death and murder is something that's not fun for you to do in a game and you just prefer to create, or you prefer more of a fantasy violence type game, stay away from this game. You will not have fun. Moving along, as far as things for the future, I do plan on getting a lot more guests. I will be bringing back Norman Horn. I will be bringing back Paul Elam, because those two shows were pretty popular. At some point by the middle of next year, I will be talking with John Payne again, once his schedule kind of cools down a little bit, if it ever does. Some of my other goals of getting people like Michael Malice, who's recently been featured on the Tom Wood Show multiple times. And I'm also reaching out to a guy named Father Hollywood. I don't know if you guys are familiar with who he is, but he is a minister who is known for libertarian and Austrian economic thought. He constantly supports the Mises Institute and so on. And I don't have a good form of contact with him. I've been trying to reach out to him through Google+, through email. So if any of you knows Father Hollywood, please, please, please reach out to him for me. Let him know who I am, or even give me good contact information for him. That way we could potentially get a good show going. Because I still want to keep this eclectic style. I want to bring in, a Voluntary Virtues host, just so we could bullshit and talk about something, or even have a serious conversation. If you have a Facebook group or a YouTube channel, or somebody else that you think I should interview, or somebody you think that would be really cool just to kind of hang out with for 30 minutes or 45 minutes or 2 hours or whatever it is that I'm going to do for that day, let me know who they are, because I really, really do want to just diversify and make this kind of an every type show. It's not going to be quite as technically sound as, say, the Anarchist Experience with Robert Kruger. It's not going to be as popular of a show as, say, the Voluntary Virtues Roundtable. It's not going to be even necessarily as fun oriented as the Liberty Geek is, but I really do want to just kind of bring everything together and just have a good time. Because what's an educational system without having some kind of a good time? You see why kids don't like to stick around in schools when you're stuck with the same damn things every single week. It's so boring, and I just don't want to do that to people. And moving along, I will be upgrading my computer also sometime within the next year, so hopefully video quality will be better, hopefully stream qualities will be better, and we can make things super fast and supercharged. So that's things that I'm thinking of moving towards the future. Now, as far as just some random thoughts I've been having. First things first, I love the hotel industry and I love the people it brings to us, because not only is this new kid an anarchist like me, but he has also agreed sometime in the future to pop on the show with me, actually live, sitting right next to me. Now, granted, I'm going to have to find a nice chair, because I'm not giving up this recliner, because fuck that. This kid, he is just so much fun, and he's only a year younger than me. So that's going to be just a really cool energy. He's basically a skinny, fit, not bearded version of me. So I hope he doesn't take over my channel. That would be really, really bad. But just some general thoughts. I know we've had the recent non-indictments on not only the Eric Garner case, but also in the Michael Brown case. As somebody who lives in Missouri, I see a lot of people with the Hands Up, Don't Shoot campaign, or Black Lives Matter, things like that. And I tend to take the stance, and because of some of the evidence that I've personally, looked into, one way or another, violence because of looting and violence and theft and an increase in police response to different things, even if they don't do a damn thing, because obviously they're not beholden to protect anybody. They're going to protect their own interests before they're going to do anything else. And whether you think that Officer Darren Wilson was legitimately guilty or should have got off, frankly, doesn't matter. The response is obviously just completely tragic and should not have happened. Or at least you shouldn't be burning down, businesses and your own fucking neighborhoods. If you're going to do things, and again, I do not condone rioting. Setting fires to buildings is a colossal waste of time, is a colossal waste of resources. And what this does is this, allows for the people to believe in the broken window fallacy again, just when we thought we've smashed it. Smash the broken window fallacy. Yeah, terrible joke. I'm sorry, guys. It's 9 in the morning. I shouldn't even be awake right now. I should be sleeping until about 2 in the afternoon so I can go to work tonight. Anyways, looting, rioting, that sort of thing doesn't do a damn bit of good. Go ahead, protest. That's great. Seeing LeBron James and other basketball players put on those T-shirts that say "I can't breathe." That's utterly fantastic. And all of you cop-supporting bootlickers, people who, in spite of evidence that somebody's a killer, you protect them. Check yourself. Check your fucking privilege. Just kidding. Don't check your privilege. I don't believe in checking your privilege because, that's a feminist bullshit thought process. But I digress. Even cops who are on video, who are going above and beyond what is considered reasonable force, they kill people on video and get away with it all the time, all over the place. This just goes to show the systemic problem with the police force, not only now, but any time in the past. It's just now with the internet videos and now with everybody having the ability to take a device like this one, which has some kind of mobile data plan, and upload a stream live wherever they're at, and just take video, take audio, record anything they want. People even have iPads and other tablets that are on these kind of phone networks, and they can do things on the fly. And that's great. We need people to be able to keep others accountable. Now, does that mean we need cameras on every street corner? No. Does that mean we need body cams for police because, we think that's going to help? Well, obviously not. We've seen body cams get shut off and that they delete the video. And these cops are getting away with these kind of crimes again. And this just goes to show that the state, being the monopolist of power on these sorts of things, just never results in anything good and is always a net cost to society, not a net benefit. You will never see any anarchist believe that having a police force run by the state is ever something that is going to come out with anything good. Every once in a while, they'll catch a legit criminal. Great. Every once in a while, they'll arrest a bad cop. Great. But the problem is all the other bad cops or the cops who have less of a bad history, they're going to get away with it all. There's a judge that recently was able to get her DUI dropped out of court, completely tossed out because she was a judge. Yeah, and it cited some kind of other, like justice something or other, as the reason why. I just briefly read the article a couple of days ago, so my thing's a little bit fuzzy. If there's another libertarian who knows more about that than I do, feel free to comment below, correct me where I'm wrong, or back up my point. We do not need this current justice system. We do not need the state. We see schools out there who are allowing people to be abused and allowing people to eat just really shitty food and be handcuffed and tased and killed. When are we as a society going to stand up and fight up against this sort of thing? Now, me, I'm a peaceful person. You'll almost never see me get into a violent confrontation with almost anybody. But you better bet your ass if somebody attacks somebody close to me, or say I'm working at my hotel and somebody attacks one of my guests, they're going down, cop or not. And again, this is not a plea for violence. If you can, do everything you can non-violently. Do not hurt people. That's just the non-aggression principle 101. Don't hurt people. Don't take their stuff. It's really that fucking simple. But we've gotten so conditioned with this whole idea that, it's okay. We can go and kill people and hurt people and it's not going to cause any problems, even though it's going to break apart a family, even though it's going to cause, typically in some cases, if it's a man that's getting killed, their family to go without a significant amount of resources that this guy could have brought home. And yes, I know people are like, oh, that's sexist. Well, no. Generally speaking, the men are still bringing home more of the paycheck while the mothers are staying at home. Nothing wrong with that. There's two-parent households where both are working significant amount, but they're not spending time with their kids. That's problematic. And yes, I know you guys are thinking, oh, you're going the Stefan Molyneux route, but when you're not spending time with your kids and you're just working, what kind of a parent can you be? Yes, you may be good the 6 hours that you get to see them every day, 3 hours when they wake up and 3 hours when they go to bed. There's still, 24, 23, 22, 21, 2019, 18 hours that you're not spending with them, 8 of that at school or some other kind of childcare. So then there's 10 hours left, and at least half of that is sleeping. Makes you wonder. And then there's this whole Bill Cosby thing that's going around. I don't know what's true. I don't know what's not. And I think everybody assuming that he's guilty, whether it's because he's black or because people want to think the worst about celebrities, I don't know. Let's wait for some more evidence to come out, please. Thinking that Bill Cosby, the guy who raised a lot of us as kids, the guy who, as Cliff Huxtable, was a father figure for many, whether or not he wanted to be a father figure or not. I mean, he worked with all kinds of just great charities, and he's done a lot of great things and donated more to colleges than the state ever could privately. And just did some wonderful things and allowed for some scholarships to allow people to get an education. And, yes, the college system is broken. And yes, he donated into that. And yes, some people did well, some people didn't. But, to vilify such a great man without any real proof, and I also find it odd that it's 30, 40 years later and just now 18 women are coming out. You would think that there would have been something in the past that would have, risen some red flags. Yes, Bill Cosby did have an affair, but they've moved on from that. At least that's what everybody says. So we'll see how things of that nature are moving forward. I've been going for 20 some odd minutes. I don't really have too much more content for you guys. So let's do a quick browse of Facebook, see what everybody in the world's talking about. Oh, that reminds me. There is a great app and there's a great social media. Yes, you may have seen me share it on Facebook if you follow me at all. It is a website called Tsu.com. TSU.co. It's actually not .com, .co. So TSU.co. It is a social media website, but it is free. Wait a minute. All social media sites are free, right? Well, yes, but guess what? This pays you money for posting. Now, at this point, I haven't made very much money. I've only made a few pennies, but it's because I've been really bad about not posting. But you guys know that I don't post on Facebook very much. I'll typically just browse and see what's going on from there. So, for example, I now have just organically through, sharing and trying to get involved with people and sort of putting myself out there. Just in the last couple of weeks, I've gained 34 friends on Tsu, a lot of which are people like Randall Parker, people like Marcel Fontaine, Fernando Luis Mises, or however order of his name. And I'm just gaining new friends every single day. And it's just so much fun to have an organic, completely brand new system for me to think about and to network everything through. Pretty soon I will be doing a Tsu exclusive show where I'm going to pull up questions or pull up guests that are exclusively going to be from this network. So please go and be a friend of mine. Follow me here on Tsu.com. Go to Tsu.com or Tsu.co, TSU.co/Brodicus. That's BRADTICUS. I'll put that in the description link below. So that is just something that's really fun and really cool. If you're into social media and you don't want to have to deal with everybody else getting paid for your content and you want to get paid for some of it, Tsu does pay you. There's people who have made a couple $100s on this. There's some people who, like Randall Parker Jr., have made, maybe $2 or $3 right now. But still, that is a substantial amount compared to Facebook. I mean, I've made 4 cents more than I've ever made on Facebook. And that's not counting any business I may have driven to myself. But, hey, that is, or just me posting, I am earning money. Now, yes, you have to post certain amounts every single day, and you can only post up to a certain amount. That way, you're not flooding the thing with spam. And it tries to keep everything at a certain quality level. And that's the kind of quality control you'd like to see on Facebook, but they've grown too large and too massive to be able to do anything about it. So, also something else to check out. I need to double check on that. Yes, I know I promised several weeks ago that I would have the video of the Voluntary Virtue Spotlight with Seamus, where we talk about his Freedom Tune stuff. I'm really far behind on that. I don't know if that video is ever going to go up, honestly. So sorry, Seamus, for wasting your time. I should be making time to fit all that in together and to fix the problems that Seamus initially had with the video. But we'll see what kind of time is set aside for that. So with 5 minutes left, I'm just going to kind of do my usual closing. So if you guys have any ideas for guests, if you have any ideas for content, please let me know. Send it to me in the comments below or send me a message here on Facebook, email at brodicus@gmail.com. or at any other sorts of outlets that you will see in the description bar below as soon as I update that a couple of days from now, or even later on tonight if I have time, if I remember. Please, please, please like, favorite, and subscribe to these videos, and subscribe to me over at my Liberationis Republicae channel. It's youtube.com/Liberate the Republic. Yes, I know you're thinking, Liberate the Republic? That sounds statist. Well, it was when I started. But Liberationis Republicae now meaning liberation from the Republic, it kind of takes on a new meaning for me. So please, please go and check that out. There's a couple of recent new videos that are just so much more fun. Make sure to check out Randall Parker Jr. with his shows whenever he does them now. Check out Robert Kruger's The Anarchist Experience. He's always got something new and exciting going on. I think you've recently had Jeffrey Tucker on, which is just super cool. Whether you're a huge fan of Tucker or not, he's kind of a big deal around here if you don't know. And they're constantly having Walter Block back. He's having fun debates with ANCOMs and Zeitgeisters and things like that. So if you want real education, if you want someone who's going to do the technical side of things, who knows the technical crap inside and out, go to his show. It's a lot of fun. And check out Liberty Geek every single Friday, or most Fridays now, while Chuck is in the middle of a move. So send him well wishes and even donate. Just all over the place, please, if you would. Go to libertariangaming.org. If you are into the whole gaming atmosphere, check us out on Facebook, on Twitter. We do have a Steam community. I'll put all those links in the description bar below. Come join our Minecraft server. So if you want to join our Minecraft server, personally message me, and I will send out to either Stetson or Varus to get you guys whitelisted. Actually, I think I might have the power to do that now. I'll have to dig in to see how that works. But anyways, by whitelisting, this guarantees that we keep a high quality and get rid of griefers as much as possible and get rid of spammers and thieves. And it's just a good way to protect our private property, essentially, within the Minecraft community. So please give that a look. If you guys like to play games like War Thunder or like any other games like Smite, any kind of major online games, chances are there's somebody in the community that has it. And you can join us on our TeamSpeak, which is, let me just double check at that. What that number is. Come on, TeamSpeak, load up, please. There we are. It is ts42.gameservers.com :9141. It is a really fun server. There's always some really fun guys. Various is on there quite often. We've got some awesome guys like Petter and Josh Arizona and BWC. Every once in a while, Chuck and I are on. So please consider checking out the Libertarian Gaming TeamSpeak. If you want to just have some fun, hang out, play some games, whether you're going to play Minecraft or you're just going to sit there on your desktop and just listen to people talk and have a good time. We'll play games. Sometimes we'll talk about libertarian issues. Other times we're just going to be talking about the games. So totally worth your time if you're looking to have some fun. This will be Adam Broad of Liberationis Republicae signing out, saying peace and love and liberty, and never stop having fun. Let's promote anarchy, but don't be somebody who's a goddamn hermit who just wants to beat books into people's heads. Have some fun. So peace, y'all.